Now, let's welcome Mr. Chen Hongliang, the chairman of Tianma, to give us a speech. Welcome.
尊敬的各位天马的全球合作伙伴、媒体界
Global partners of Tianma, friends from the media, and all the friends supporting Tianma, thank you very much for attending this event.
2020年
Given the COVID-19, 2020 is an unusual year for all of us. Starting at the very beginning of the year, the COVID-19 happened. China, as the 1/5 of the global population, are fighting against this COVID-19 in a very different way.
面对如此不确定的环境，
In the face of the uncertain environment, we need to change and keep up with the time.
面对如此不确定的环境，
We should adapt ourselves to the new environment and innovate the way out of the crisis.
坚持自我创新
Only in this way,
信念，
we can have a better future.
共同的走向明天。天马成立3
Tianma has set up for 37 years.
初创时
We have not only experienced a glorious establishment period,
危机，
but also a difficult management period.
这个游戏
We have taken market opportunities, such as the mobile phone and the game console.
同时
But we are always facing a lot of pressure from competition.
所带来的
We take advantage of the opportunities of reform
天马
and opening up program of China.
融入全球经济
Although we have integrated into the global economic system, under the downward pressure of the external economy,
外部
we are not immune to the impact of such environment.
是当然也
But no matter what happened, we are working on our way. That is,
的影响。
we need to insist on innovation to solve the problems and difficulties.
天马始终坚持着
We always adhere to the path of technological innovation, independent innovation, and development.
我们天马
We always believe that the most important part of enterprise development is to persist in innovation and development.
最重要的
We must insist
自我
on independent innovation, and that will never
不
change.
能改变。回顾天马的创新
Looking back on Tianma's innovation path, we are filled with all sorts of feelings. We have established the first TN production line in China since 1984, and we have realized the importance of technological innovation. Over years, from Tamagotchi in 1980s to black and white display technology such as Tetris,
新世纪
a game console, and also to the first generation, second generation, and third generation of our full-screen smartphones in the new century.
包括
The color screen technology of LTPS and OLED, including high reliability vehicle display technology, and amorphous silicon display technology, applied in high contrast medical display.
技术。未来我们会
In the future,
坚持
we will continue our innovation. We will provide better products, better service, and we hope to seek win-win results with our partners.
最后，在
Last but not least, I would like to thank Mr. Helg, the CEO of the SID Organizing Committee, for his support for this activity of Tianma.
黑鬼先生还
For this event, Mr. Helg also recorded a video for us in advance.
天马
Tianma will, as always, use SID as a platform
跟我们
to strengthen technical exchanges with our peers in the industry,
交流，
share the achievements of independent innovation we have made in this
所
field,
取得的自主创新的成果，
and then look for more new technological breakthroughs
新的
and new business opportunities.
新的商机。
Finally,
再一次
I would like to thank you again for your long-term concern and support for Tianma, as well as your attention and support for this activity.
谢谢大家。
Thank you. Dear friends, thank you very much for coming to this new technology promotion live event.
首先，
Firstly, let's take a look at Tianma's 2019. This year, we have achieved operating income of more than 30 billion RMB and maintained continuous growth. Our market position has been further consolidated and improved. You can see that we have maintained the world's #1 position in terms of LTPS shipments for 2 consecutive years. In addition, we are also #1 in the world for LCD whole screens. We have achieved the world's #2 position in the industry in terms of TFT shipment. I also want to share with you the progress of our major projects in 2019. Those familiar with Tianma and the industry know that we invested 48 billion RMB in Xiamen and built a G6 flexible OLED production line in 2019. The production line was fully launched in May this year. This will greatly strengthen Tianma's OLED display production capacity. At the same time, the key equipment of the second phase of the Wuhan G6 project has been moved into factory, and we will start trial production at the end of this year. In order to strengthen the forward-looking technological innovation, we invested 1.5 billion RMB to build the Hubei Changjiang Display Industry Innovation Center in Wuhan. Through the construction of Innovation Center, we have established Tianma's technological innovation system and improved technological research and development capabilities. In order to expand our business and serve our customers in emerging markets better and more directly, we have done a lot of work, such as the establishment of a subsidiary in India in 2019. Mr. Chen, our president, just shared with you Tianma's innovative path. We believe that innovation is inseparable from continuous investment in R&D. And that's why we are continued to increase our investment in R&D. In 2019, our R&D fund is around 1.8 billion RMB, and also we have increased the investment in research and development of forward-looking technology, such as micro-LED. In terms of patents, we have also achieved great success. By 2019, our total number of patents granted exceeds 7,000. This event is our new technology promotion live event. We have made some breakthroughs recently, and this is because we have been invested a lot of time and energy in the research and development of new technologies in the past. So today, standing here, I would like to share with all of you about our breakthroughs and release our 5 new technologies. Hello, I'm Ding Yuan from Advanced Technology Research Institute. I would like to talk about micro-LED. Micro-LED can achieve true without border, that is, full-screen display. For LCD, we must do the packaging around to protect the liquid crystal and prevent it from exposing in our display area. For OLED, the material of it is organic, and it is afraid of water and oxygen, so we also need to do packaging around. For rigid OLED, we need fruit packaging. For flexible OLED, we need to do TFE packaging. So there are actually no ways for LCD and OLED to achieve real frameless. If we use LCD or OLED for splicing display, we can see the obvious thing, which greatly affect our splicing effect. However, for micro-LED, which I have already introduced, it has very good tolerance to the harsh environment, so it does not need special packaging to achieve real frameless and seamless splicing. Tianma has developed micro-LED technology for many years and has completed the stage from concept to product display. In the future, on the one hand, we will continue to do the technical optimization. On the other hand, we will focus on cooperative development with customers and also the introduction of mass production. Of course, what should be explained here is that at present, a high-end automotive display is a key application direction that we are more optimistic about. However, with the development of technology and the continuous reduction of cost, micro-LED will also be applied in other fields of application in the future, such as AR, VR, and consumer goods such as wearable device, mobile phone, and so on. In the future 5G AI IoT era, we believe that micro-LED with its unparalleled performance will bring us better display effect, better sense of technology, and more perfect visual experience. The above is what I want to introduce. Thank you. Hello, I'm Shen Ying, the Research and Development Director of Tianma. I'm glad to introduce one of our new technologies this time, foldable. The folding products released this time include inner folding and outer folding. They are all based on 8.05-inch AMOLED using on-cell touch sensor. This is also the first medium-sized folding developed by Tianma. For inner folding, we have developed the V-shape and Y-shape mentioned above, where the radius of curvature R of the V-shape is equal to 2 mm. The outer folding is based on a U-shaped structure with a radius of curvature of 5 mm. Tianma will be committed to design development, material development, manufacturing development, and test standardization, as well as other dimensions, to provide customers with a stable and reliable display solution to meet the needs of the mobile phone form upgrade. The above is my introduction to the folding display. Hello, my name is Peng Guanzhen. I would like to talk about an under-display camera, AMOLED. So next, we can see the definition or resolution of the picture. As you know, the under-screen camera is hidden under our array, so the light must pass through the array at the bottom. If without special treatment, we will have fuzzy pictures just like the one on the left. Our team optimized the layout and design of this area, which greatly improved the clarity of our photos by 1.4 times. Finally, let's take a look at the effect of our photography compared with the conventional one. The picture on the left is the CUP technology we mentioned before, and the right is our AA-HO technology. As we see the effect, whether it is the horizontal or vertical resolution, this number can show that the digital clarity of the two is close. At the same time, the color saturation of CUP is greater than 41, and the traditional AA-HO is about 45. In fact, the two are close. With the above information, we can know that the implementation of CUP is a technology that can truly realize what we call a full screen. The above is my introduction to the CUP. Thank you very much. Hello everyone, my name is Li Junyi. Thanks to Mr. Peng for introducing OLED. Now, I would like to talk about an under-display camera technology, LCD. Next is the diffraction problem that we are more worried about. The diffraction problem means that LCD is a regular array arrangement, and the process of the array arrangement, when lights enter, it must have a so-called diffraction effect of light. But after continuous upgrade, no matter from the structure, from the pixel design, after the results of our 4th generation development, we can see that the whole light can be effectively controlled by us. At the beginning, it is a substantial light which can be condensed gradually into a circle. This is a visual debugging and image effect of the whole camera. This is an effective optimization. This is a visual adjustment that we have. For the under-screen camera and the LCD, we provide a comprehensive solution so that the camera effect can show up perfectly. This is what Tianma has brought to all of us. Do you have any other new technologies? We have a new technology on LCD, that is the inside panel fingerprint unlocking, or TFP. Next, let's take a look at the under-display fingerprint recognition technology. What functions do we want to have? First of all, we still wanted to have a full screen function. Second, we hope it has app unlock function. Third, since it's a full screen, we would like it to have a full screen fingerprint unlock multi-point function. With these ideas in mind, we started to plan different ways to do it. To accomplish these things, our plan must be a 3-in-1 integrated plan. So what is it? We must have touch display and fingerprint unlocking function. The second one is that we hope it can complete app unlocking. And the third one is that it can unlock these functions with multiple fingers. First of all, let's take a look at our TFP structure. In fact, you can see that the structure of TFP is very simple. It's exactly the same as a normal LCD with cover glass on the top, LCD in the middle, and backlight on the bottom. Can it complete an unlocking function of TFP with such a simple structure? The answer is yes, because we hope to simplify the compass and use the least external components to complete all the functions. But the most difficult part is that we must complete all the functional construction in the cell, including our optical components, including our optical design. This is what we want to introduce next. We have taken into account all the LCD requirement in these functions, including the first point that it must have a cover glass. The cover glass can achieve a thickness of 0.7, which can completely made up for shortcoming of capacitive type. Second, we take into account the effect of display, including our PPI brightness, our fingerprint function, FAR, FRR are all in compliance with the specification, and the SNR of the touch performance is also less than -40 dB. We can even see that we can control and make the frame very small. The top and left sides can be 0.75 mm, and the bottom frame can be 1.6 mm, which also meets the requirement of a full screen. At the same time, it can take into account our multi-fingerprint touch unlocking method. Finally, we still hope that this can let you enjoy a new and different smart life. The above is a technical demonstration of our TED fingerprint display technology. Thank you all. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Qing Feng. I am going to introduce Acros Curve Display.
超高对比度纯黑车载显示技术。曲面它带来了另外一个问题。
The curved display brings another problem, the dark states uniformity. Here, I'll explain the dark states uniformity. Dark states refers to the ratio of the brightness of the darkest place to the brightness of the brightest place under a pure black screen. The closer the ratio is to 100%, the better its uniformity is. But from what we are looking at now, when we make a flat display like this into a curved display, the stress distribution area of each point is uneven, which further reduces the dark states uniformity. For the mass-produced flat display type, its dark state uniformity is about 60%, but when we make it into a curved display, it will easily fall below 50%. But for Acros, one of its most obvious features is that its dark states uniformity is very good. The brightness range of its dark states has exceeded the limit of human eye recognition. Therefore, it can bring us an effect of the true black, and the human eyes it's not easy to detect the difference in such a dark state. Then let's take a look at the overall composition of the Acros. The Acros can be divided into 4 parts: the luminous backlights, the local dimming control panel, the color panel, and the cover lens. These 4 parts are combined to form the Acros display system. Tianma welcomes all the partners in the industry to work together to improve the technology of Acros. This is all about my introduction to Acros Curve Display. Thank you all for listening. First of all, I would like to thank the audience who raised this question. This is a good question. It also gives me a great opportunity to talk about the things that are under development. In fact, everyone who knows Tianma knows that we have been working on small medium-sized display for more than 30 years. In addition to display technology over the past 2 years, we have started to develop a non-display smart sensor technology. Our main focus is on display technology. With the gradual popularization of 5G, it brings a great challenge to the standby time of mobile phones. The power consumption of the device directly determines the mobile phone's standby time. I'll cite 2 points here. The first is the development of the technology that has a relatively large contribution to reducing power consumption, which is called hybrid TFT display. So what kind of technology is this? That is, we want to make the refresh rate of the display screen between 1 Hz and 120 Hz, which can be switched infinitely. What are the advantages of this? When we are watching static images, we can automatically reduce the refresh rate to match a very low refresh rate, such as 1 Hz or 5 Hz. When we are watching the video, we can use 60 Hz or 90 Hz. When we go to play games and need a high refresh rate, we can switch to 120 Hz. In this process, it's actually a seamless switching. With the application of its technology, we can match the power consumption of the display to our content. If the refresh rate is reduced, its power consumption will bound to decrease as well. So adding up all the power consumption of the entire application scenario, we can actually achieve a very considerable reduction in power consumption. We are now developing in this area. Well, this is just an example. Of course, there are many more. If the other power consumption is reduced, you can think that half of this is wasted. The technology we are developing now is to remove the polarizer and improve the luminous efficiency. At the same time, we can reduce the reflectivity of the surface to a very good level. The name of our current technology is called CFOT. Next, we will select the lucky audience of our last round today. Type in Tianma go go go. Then we will have 5-second countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Snapshot. In the last round, we also have 6 people. Thank you very much for your support. All of the selected persons are going to be connected by my colleagues and will be given an exquisite gift. All the parts of this new technology promotion live event are over. Thanks again to all of our enthusiastic audience for attending this event. Also, I would like to thank the SID organizing committee for their support. See you guys next year.